COVID-19 crippled and created. It crippled global economies and stole jobs, but it also created opportunities. The Commonwealth of Learning opened online learning opportunities to Commonwealth countries like Barbados through the Coursera for Workplace Recovery, or C4WR program. Almost 8,000 Barbadians registered. That program paved the way for the National Transformation Initiative to forge a new relationship directly with Coursera. The difference in this relationship versus C4WR is that the NTI will be able to work directly with Coursera to shape this partnership to meet Barbados's needs. Let me take you on our journey. My first project meeting was February 9th. Then came a flurry of emails and Zooms and Slacks. So began long days and longer nights as teams met across multiple borders and time zones in this pre-launch period, identifying targeted areas to upskill, reskill, and deep skill our talent in order to curate and build curricula by finding the best content to address Barbados's needs. This laid the foundation for the supporting program rollout and technical integration of our learning management system with Coursera's platform to achieve launch, separated by distance, but all determined to meet our milestones. On February 28th, with the support of our legal team and the NTI Oversight Committee, our finance team got approval. Contract signed, there started the task of combing through hundreds of courses to include in the initial launch curricula. By early March, the Barbados content team had already started scoring far and wide for gold star, future-looking, cutting-edge content in human, digital, and technical skills. Catching up was not an option. Leapfrogging was what we needed, not just to jump right ahead to the future in technology, but in all other areas in which we are lagging as a country. We met our March 25th content alignment deadlines. The content team would thereafter confirm the courses selected, identify alternatives, and streamline learning tasks. Phase 1 spans courses providing skills for global success. These skills underpin courses in our Tourism Academy and the blue, green, and orange economies and provide the true competitiveness that we cannot achieve without them. So forget the word soft. These are real skills, the game changers. Therefore, all our learning tracks include courses to equip all Barbadians with critical human and digital skills. It is not enough to be technically competent in your specialty. None of that expertise will matter in the globally competitive environment if the skills for global success are absent. In our team, we called this global fitness, a unique framework. It is designed to ensure that along with leveling up in specialty areas, we as Barbadians can also be effective as critical thinkers, able to spot opportunities for change, effective in interacting with others, staying relevant by retooling and developing strategies to learn new skills, and building digital skills and literacy to be flexible and have options and choices in your personal and professional life. So to get us started, NTI has worked hard with Coursera to offer a wide curriculum developed for the Tourism Academy, as well as specific courses identified for the blue, green, and creative economies. This is just the beginning. Today, we give you a preview till we complete a selection of courses in other sectors that we shall roll out in phases to ensure everything is done in consultation with stakeholders. All the work of the content team would mean nothing without the integration team of developers. On April 1st, all learners from the former C4WR program were transferred into an exclusive pre-launch Starbajan platform once their year-long program under the Ministry of Labour and Social Partnership ended on March 31st. There, Coursera provided a bonus month for those learners to complete any unfinished C4WR work. On April 15th, we achieved our phase 1 platform target for the technical integration of a single sign-on. We planned for and created a seamless login experience for our users. Log on to NTI to access Coursera. It marked the soft launch of the platform when we offered 20,000 scholarships for key populations called Coursera Social Impact Scholarships. Originally envisioned by Google and Coursera for women only, the NTI expanded it to include both males and females in vulnerable populations so they have a head start before the release to the public. We continue to reach out to many more to ensure all in need benefit. Most importantly, you do not need any prior experience in tech to access these scholarships, but with hard work and commitment over 6 months, once you take these scholarships, you can learn new entry-level skills and competencies. To make all this a reality, we salute our local technical team, Deepak Thani and the Fabian branch of TAP Media, and the Coursera team led by Doug Kim of Coursera, who together were an ace integration team. Together, they refined the approach to user management for NTI's Coursera portal with connections to Coursera, allowing NTI and Coursera platforms to talk to each other. Our aim was to ensure learners could have a superior experience while also enjoying our courses. During the past 2 weeks, our integration teams continued to troubleshoot, tweak, and fix the platform, all to ensure we were ready for today. Like the platform, our integration team was also tested from end to end. They had little and sometimes no sleep, but persistence, heart-pounding moments, backstopping, support building, and launch planning were the norm, with celebrations where possible along the way. At every stage of the process, though, there has been impeccable service and professionalism combined with an easiness and mutual respect, which have simply made the long days and nights a pleasure. It's the same ethos with which the NTI has worked for the past year to elevate our learner and stakeholder experiences, and which you should expect us to continue to deliver as we embark on the NTI Coursera journey. Today, we roll out to Barbadians all courses in the Tourism Academy, Skills for Global Success, alongside foundation and elite curations for the blue, green, and orange or creative economies. We worked with Coursera to offer a buffet that also includes preliminary courses in such selected tracks as job readiness and business ownership. In phase 2, we reach out to new and existing stakeholders so we can add learning tracks for other sectors. Today, as we welcome our 7,779 C4WR learners into the curated NTI Coursera program, we also welcome each of you on this May Day 2021.
Hi, I'm Jeff Maginkalda, CEO of Coursera. The Honorable Mia Amor Mottley, Prime Minister of Barbados. Honorable Colin Jordan, Minister of Labor and Social Partnership Relations. Honorable Tony Moore, MP, General Secretary of the Barbados Workers' Union. Leaders of the National Transformation Initiative, and all dignitaries and citizens present, I am deeply honored to join you on this momentous occasion. Labor Day represents a moment. It represents a movement. It's an important reminder for everyone to recognize and celebrate the tireless efforts and the achievements of workers. It is a moment of pride for Barbados, and today we honor workers, workforce leaders, and the many men and women who fought for labor rights to make this celebration possible. Thank you for your service. Your courage and commitment have made Barbados the vibrant community that it is today. But this Labor Day is unlike others from years past. In 2020, the pandemic brought our world to a halt. It changed the way we learn and work overnight, and we are still building our way back to recovery. The pandemic will have a lasting impact on our jobs, our communities, and our economies. It is an urgent call to action to prepare for our digital future. With the economic slowdown, unemployment hit tourism and service sectors that, like many island nations, Barbados depends on. It disproportionately impacted Barbadian women, who represent roughly 62% of employment in the accommodation and food services industry. The downturn came at a time when the region was already battling the impact of natural disasters and climate change, placing more strain on the local economy. As Barbados builds a road to recovery, education and training will play an important role. It is critical that Barbadians have access to the resources and skills training that they need to address local challenges and re-enter the workforce in high-growth fields such as tourism and blue and green economies. We launched the Coursera Workforce Recovery Initiative in April of 2020 to help governments worldwide mitigate the impact of the unemployment crisis by providing immediate support to displaced workers. This initiative offered free access to more than 3,800 courses from 150 top universities and 50 industry leaders globally, including Yale University, the University of Michigan, Google, and IBM. Through the Commonwealth of Learning Coursera Workforce Recovery Initiative last year, more than 5,600 Barbadians learned new skills, enrolling in over 19,000 courses and completing 38,000 lessons. The success and impact of this initial program have now paved the way for a long-term partnership with the National Transformation Initiative of Barbados. Today is an exciting day, as it marks the beginning of our joint commitment to help Barbadians learn job-relevant skills for years to come. As part of this initiative, Coursera and our industry partner Google are excited to provide 20,000 scholarships to Barbadian women across the country. With scholarships, Barbadian women can unlock economic opportunity through Google entry-level certificates on Coursera at no cost. These certificates quickly equip workers with no college degree or technology experience with skills to enter high-demand careers like IT support and project management. This is just one way that NTI is helping ensure a level playing field for all. We are thrilled to help Barbadian women take advantage of new education and job opportunities through this scholarship program. The start of the global rollout of COVID-19 vaccines offers hope and promise that a new chapter is on our horizon. As we rebuild, we must ensure that it is an inclusive recovery. But achieving that at scale will not be easy. It will take institutional collaboration and community participation. And today's event is a testament to that vision. Coursera is honored to join leading institutions across Barbados, coming together to support tens of thousands of Barbadians in their journey to learn new skills and unlock their full potential. I'd like to take a moment to thank the academic and vocational institutions that will be instrumental in increasing access to high-quality education and providing learners with the support that they need to succeed. The Barbados Community College, Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology, Barbados Institute of Management and Productivity, Barbados Accreditation Council, Barbados Technical and Vocational Education and Training Council, and the Barbados Vocational Training Board. To all of you, thank you. I would also like to thank the business and workforce leaders here today. Your vision will be critical to connecting newly skilled workers to local job opportunities. Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Barbados Small Business Association, Barbados Workers Union, and the National Union of Public Workers. I thank you as well. And before I end, I'd also like to thank National Transformation Initiative Director, Dr. Allison Leacock, and Program and Communication Delivery Coordinator, Marcel Greenidge. Your vision and leadership have made all of this possible. Congratulations to everyone present here. This is one of the most inspiring examples of what an inclusive recovery looks like, and it will act as a model for others to follow all around the region and all around the globe. We at Coursera are so honored to be part of your journey. Together, we are providing greater access to world-class learning and a more equal opportunity for all. Together, we are moving humanity forward. Thank you and stay safe.
Greetings everybody, enough manners. Live from the farm, my name is Lil Chick and I got a game changer for winner. I got the scoop fresh from the coop. We all know these days it can be a little difficult to sit down in a classroom and learn. So NTI and Coursera, with the help of the government, bringing the classes directly to you. Listen good. Whatever smart device you got, you can access all kind of courses. This is the perfect time to learn a new skill or even get better at the one you already got. Go online, log on to the website and register now for free. You hear me right, for free. No money, no risk involved. This is the time to reach for the stars. Think digital, think global, think big.
The NTI and Coursera partnership has developed a laboratory for you to build your global success skills and future skills to the stars. Don't lie, people. Head to the lab at nti.org.bb. Barbados to the world.
Honorable Mia Amor Mottley, Prime Minister of Barbados, I begin by thanking you for your vision to establish the National Transformation Initiative. Our presence this afternoon on this day at this event reinforces the strength of partnership. In this instance, NTI's partnership with Labour, our very first training partners in blended learning after the lockdown in 2020, between the months of July and September, was with the BWU. So today, my special thanks to the Honourable Tony Moore, General Secretary, and the entire BWU team for your collaboration. Today is significant and historic, as our raison d'etre is to retool and upskill our workforce for global excellence. You heard earlier about the Ministry of Labour and Social Partnership passing the baton to us for a different kind of relationship with Coursera, which we are pleased to roll out today. Our special thanks to Minister Jordan and to PS Best. Improving our country means improving ourselves and the lives of others. Whether it is the inclusion of people with disabilities, our creatives, workers in the BEST program, training beach monitors, or this new and exciting journey we begin today with Coursera. I have the honor and pleasure of leading a small and hard-working team that demonstrates their commitment to improving us as a people and as a nation. The NTI team is leveling up to ensure we model the transformation we want to see. I therefore want to publicly thank my NTI team and the Coursera team for their model collaboration to help us meet every deadline to achieve this milestone today. It demonstrated that Coursera is the ideal partner with the ethos that aligns with NTI's view of new ways of learning and respect for diversity and cultural sensitivity. This NTI partnership with Coursera gives us access to 200 world-recognized academic institutions and universities, and over 50 industry leaders offering their credentials, including Google, who partnered with Coursera and donated a gift to Barbados. This is what the Vice President of Grow with Google said. We're proud to support the government of Barbados' effort to equip 20,000 women with in-demand skills and to offer free access to the Google Career Certificates through our partnership with Coursera. This is for you. Our partnerships, however, are also grounded in our local relationships. As we prepared for today's launch, we also held consultations with the Barbados Accreditation Council, the Small Business Association, and the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry, along with other sector representatives, to ensure that their inputs are reflected in the design of our training tracks. This also included meetings with the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology, the Barbados Institute of Management and Productivity, and the Barbados Community College, who are all already NTI partners under the BEST program. Meetings and presentations continue to stakeholders in ministries, in state-owned enterprises, and the private sector as well. In short, the social partnership. This process will continue as we expand our offerings and refine them to meet the needs of Barbados throughout the life of the project. It is therefore important on this May Day that Bajans and Coursera and that relationship moves to the next level. We currently have 20,662 Coursera learners registered across Barbados and 62,326 course enrollments. Coursera invited me to make a presentation at their international conference between April 19th and 21st. And at that conference, the possibilities for Barbados were made very clear. We are a flagship partnership that we're launching today. And we are very pleased that Coursera will not only leverage its experience in Silicon Valley and globally in both education and training space, but it will innovate together with NTI to devise new solutions for Barbados. So log on to nti.org.bb and enjoy your gateway to Coursera. Elevate your skills and elevate yourself. You have what it takes.
You have what it takes. You have what it takes to pull your foot off of the brakes of your life and accelerate towards the destiny that is your final destination. And anything less would be a total desecration of the sacred temple that you are. Because you are blessed with visions that only you can see. You've been given dreams that only you can make a reality. And to rob the world of your unique contribution would be a tragedy. Because you have what it takes. You have what it takes to take those dreams from behind your eyelids to right in front your very eyes, from the back of your mind to right in your front lawn, or anywhere you want it. Flaunt it. Your greatness is not to be kept secret. It ain't like the good cutlery that only special guests get to peek it, seek it. And when you find it, shine it like a star, a perpetual light to guide others like you, lost stars, to their rightful place in the sky. How high you want to travel? How high you really want to travel? We can hover light years above the earth's surface, or we can roll up in the gravel. Cause we dig our own graves and we build our own castles. So let me know if to hand you some cement blocks or a shovel. One time somebody tell me, Mr. Green, hand me a space shuttle. Hand me a space shuttle. Cause I plan to build a mansion on the moon. But why not Mars or Neptune? Do you really have what it takes to get that high? Or use just a hot air balloon? Nah, when I look in your eye, I see that you have what it takes. You have what it takes to shake off the shackles of fear and dive into the abyss of perils and risk, making mistakes and missteps, but still pumping your fist in victory. Confidence is not arrogance, and though life is full of mystery, you are not mystified. In the court of history, your ancestors have already testified that you have what it takes by their very survival. When death would have been an easy escape, your ancestors expressed their faith that you, their descendant, would one day wake and take your rightful place in the race. Firm and forceful, but full of grace. Through your tongue, your ancestors taste success. Through their sacrifices, you are blessed. So nothing less than your best is required. It's time to get fired up and quake all those who would underrate you. So they will never again ask if you have what it takes. Because it would be obvious that you do have what it takes.
Happy Labor Day, Barbados. Every Labor Day is significant, but this year 2021 brings its own unique opportunities for transformation. Yes, it requires personal, community, and country transformation. And I know we've had 18 months of crisis after crisis, but we have largely demonstrated a resilience and a resolve that has made me proud to be a Barbadian. The tenacity, commitment, and compassion demonstrated by many of you has been inspiring and continues to give me hope. Labor Day is a good day for us to be reminded that our country can only be built with unity and with hard work towards a shared national purpose. You've heard me say over and over, when we have a common mission, we always make the journey successful. Improving our country means, therefore, improving ourselves. And the reality is that what happens to Barbados happens to all of us, because it is us, it is we who are Barbados. My commitment to you is about our national transformation and a bright future for all of us. It is about defining our future as a nation. It is about all workers, you, your opportunities unleashed, YOU. Today, therefore, is a moment of great pride for me to address you, because I do so on the basis of a collaboration between two institutions that have been charged with our transformation as a people, the Barbados Workers' Union and indeed the newly formed National Transformation Initiative. 4 months after we took office, in September of 2018, I shared a vision. It was the RE program involving the retooling, the empowering, the retraining and the enfranchising of our workers at the core of our homegrown Barbados Economic Recovery Transformation Program. You all know that there's an element in there that involves comprehensive retraining of Barbadian workers in an effort to make our workforce globally fit for purpose. Indeed, on the 2nd of January 2020, I asked you all to join me on a journey, a 7-year journey, as to how we can make this country world-class in all that we do. What happened then? COVID, and now ash. But we must always prepare for life after these crises, after COVID-19, after the volcanic ash fall, and indeed potentially after the approaching hurricane season and the rains that will inevitably come. We have, over the course of the last few months, established and developed a national people development policy for the period 2020 to 2025 that complements the strategic priorities of the National Transformation Initiative, whose principles guide the creation of a flexible and resilient workforce. What does all that mean? It means that we must use this period of disruption, of crisis, to learn the skills that we need to make us globally competitive star Bajans. And all of us know what it is to be a star. It means we must continue to have and do the following things. We must have confidence with a mindset of excellence and integrity, fairness and honesty and transparency. We must have active team players who can communicate effectively, not speak for the sake of speaking, but who understand that communication is about people understanding what is being said on both sides. We must have engaged learners with a passion for lifelong learning and a sense of responsibility. You can't stop learning along this journey. And believe you me, you have to take responsibility in life and not only talk about what rights are yours. We must have digital literacy and inspiration to find solutions, because for everything that we complain about, there is a potential solution. And in this pandemic, we have learned that digital literacy is critical, because so much of what we do has to be communicated digitally or delivered digitally. And we must be concerned citizens. who are caring and respectful of each other. Last year, the Ministry of Labour and Social Partnership took advantage of the Commonwealth of Learning's offer to team up with the global company Coursera, and it facilitated free access in Barbados to 3,800 courses designed to skill and reskill citizens in the workforce recovery of Commonwealth member states. Today, I'm pleased to join the CEO of Coursera to officially launch this global flagship partnership between the National Transformation Initiative and Coursera. The partnership is designed for skills transformation, which will help us align online learning content to our Barbadian workforce and to ensure, in so doing, that we meet our labour market needs. Through this partnership, the government is pleased, therefore, to make available to all Barbadians over 20,000 opportunities in enrollment licenses, which will allow Barbadians to have an extensive online catalogue of over 4,700 courses, 1,500 guided projects that help deliver locally relevant content at scale, and indeed the opportunity for over 450 specializations. Put simply, Tanta courses for all Bajans who want to learn, to have a chance to learn. It is not for us to waste this opportunity, because with each license for 1 year, it may be used for more than one student. And therefore, over the course of the next 3 years in our partnership, we potentially have the opportunity to reskill, my friends, over 120,000 Barbadians. What will be the missing link? Your desire to be trained. What will be the opportunity for success? Your commitment to be trained. And believe you me, if we can do this as we go forward, this partnership will equip all Barbadians who want to with the skills necessary to thrive in this country and to create the resilience among our workforce that is necessary not only to fight this crisis of COVID, but to fight any future crises that will come about. In 1995, I launched as Minister of Education a white paper called Each One Matters. I want to pull back on that theme today and to tell you that each one of us matter in terms of how we're going to build out the blue economy, the green economy, the orange economy, all these colors, a lot of fancy colors. The sea, our land and environment, and indeed our creativity as a people. In addition, we've already started to train under the BEST program large numbers of tourism workers. Indeed, I believe almost 1,600 tourism workers have already received initial training, and they will continue to be trained. Coursera will create the opportunities for that skills transfer and sustainable training by giving us the content and the authoring tools to allow Barbadian subject matter as well to be created in digital content for use by us as Bajans in our own country. This is a significant departure that allows us to have homegrown content relevant to our needs as a people. In addition to this partnership, I'm so happy that Coursera is also agreeing to give us 20,000 scholarships for women and girls primarily, but also our vulnerable young men. These scholarships have a value of over $13.2 million over the course of the next 3 years. This is an investment in Barbadian people that we cannot allow to escape us. In addition to the Coursera work, you will hear me talk more and more about the citizenship module that every Barbadian adult and every Barbadian child must take, because over the course of the last 55 years, we have done well, but we can do so much better if each and every one of us knows what our obligations are as a citizen, what our rights are as a citizen, how we pursue excellence, how we maintain the integrity and the fairness and the transparency as guiding principles, and how we care about each other. Because that citizenship module will help us build the Barbadian that we want to be at best. My friends, I believe that today is a significant day, because the National Transformation Initiative and Coursera will give Barbadians an opportunity to receive a level of training and to be able to learn at a pace that we have always dreamt about in order to make our labour force more globally cutting edge in terms of its skills and attitudes. I know that we can do it. And with these tools that we are putting in place for you to be able to step up to the plate, I have every confidence that you can do it, while always remembering that what we are trying to develop is not a set of prima donnas, but a team that can make this country the best place to live, to work, to enjoy, to love, and to build wealth for the future generations who are to come. Join me in this effort in congratulating the NTI and Coursera, but above all else, I want you to remember that you are going to make their success, and you do it by simply saying yes to the training. In 1998, our great beloved poet Kamau said eloquently on Heroes Day as we established it, "We will use the rhythms of our heritage to survive the challenges of the 21st century." This time is now to use those rhythms and for you to step up to the plate and be part of this team effort. Thank you and happy Labor Day.